Alright, YouTube, hello. This is Jake Hathaway. I am coming to you live with another free-to-play Ironman account progress video. My account suck on this 4. Well, ladies and gents, we made it. We are officially in the end game of this account. It's been a long, arduous process, but we are finally on the home stretch here. We are officially on the Prey and Runecraft wall, and we've been there for quite a bit. This is my first video in about 15 months, so many of you might be wondering, what the heck is this guy up to? Well, I'm up to the same thing that I've been up to for over a year, and that is Prey and Runecrafting, and pretty much nothing else. A little bit of strength in there as well. Quick to start here, an update from my last video. I was at 85 prayer and I was at 84 runecrafting. For my last video, I was finishing up my air tiaras that I was making. I finished up my stack of all 225,000 of those. I want to say I finished that stack up early in the year, pretty shortly after I released my last video in January or February. And since then, I completed the Rune Mysteries quest, and I have been doing runecrafting the good old-fashioned way here, which is mining the essence, and then making body runes with it. A lot of the time, I'm doing 2.5 tick essence mining with the adamant axe, as it is the most efficient. When you have banked essence, you can get about 9.2k an hour. When I'm actively playing, I'll do that sometimes, but I also spend a lot of time just doing rune pick essence for about 7.5k an hour. It's really less because I'm usually pretty AFK when I'm rune crafting. But yeah, this is what I've been up to, and I still have a long ways to go. You can kind of see on some of my note tab over here. I've been recording my progress for well over a year for every week. It's kind of fun to go back and look at this, but you know, slow and steady wins the race here. I'm trying to keep myself from burning out, which I've had to fight through more and more recently, as it's getting tougher, man, because this is all I've done on this account, and I'm getting so darn close. Runecrafting in particular, I just got 97 a few days ago, so 97 to 98 is going to take me about 10 weeks. And then another 11-12 weeks after that to finish it off. So, you know, I'm pacing to finish Runecraft by maybe late summer or so. But I could actually bust that before then with a lot of the banked essence I have, and I'll get into some of that later. Prey as well. Prey has been kind of sucking the lifeblood out of me. It's been pretty interesting. There's been a lot of people training Prey. I remember when I first started doing Prey like 2 or 3 years ago, just to get to like base 80s on this account, I'd be in the boneyard for weeks at a time and you wouldn't see a single other player, and not even counting the bots, which there's a ton of. There is a ton of free-to-play folks. Maybe that's just to be expected with the game mode as old as it is now, and just a lot of more people, you know, reaching that end game account status where we're training Prey is kind of required. So there's a lot of high-level dudes you see there, you know, quite a bit. So Prey's been tough because dealing with other players with a limited amount of worlds, and then just the damn hop limit fiasco with the Jagex launcher. Prey's been really tough, man. It's been you know, there's been days where just getting 20,000 experience a day feels like an absolute slog. But that's why I think having these weekly and daily XP quota goals has really been the thing that's kept me on track the most. And the end is really starting to come into view here, and you know, if not by the end of this year, then Q1 of 2026 I should be maxed, and I can finally play the game a little bit. But I can kind of get into my side tab. This is starting of January of last year. I was doing pretty big weeks, way more than I'm doing these days. I had weeks where I did 300k runecrafting, about 150k Prey each week. I think that's when I was doing 20k a day, so it was like 140k Prey weeks. I stopped doing that when I think around January of this year, just because it's one thing to be doing Prey 5 days a week, balancing work and life, but then also doing it on the weekends when I just want to relax and like decompress. It became too much, so I've only been doing 100k a week recently. Runecraft is a little bit different story because it's such a chill skill. Would rather do runecrafting twice than Prey once if given the choice, but here we are. I went strong until April 2024, took a little break, got back on track around June, it looks like. It was still going April, May, so I was just doing strength and runecrafting there for a while. Doing around 1 million experience a week in strength. That's just at flesh crawlers, because I did end up banking all of the bone fragments that I needed in order to get 99 runecrafting. I think I have all those banked. I might still need a little bit more, but I'm pretty darn close either way. Set a new goal in July. I was currently 92 Prey runecrafting, trying to get to 95 by end of the year. I believe I got there. I was also banking essence each week. 3.5k a week essence banked a week was enough for me to replenish the amount I was using, which is only a couple hours of banking essence. Really wasn't too much. So normally what I would do is during the work week, I was going hard on Prey and runecrafting. And then on the weekend, I would just sit there and bank essence while I was playing a different account or something. Steady through the summer months. Once my work slows down at the end of August, I was able to really pick her back up. I think it looks like I took a 2-week break to avoid burnout. That's another important thing when I think for going for Prey. If you feel that burnout coming on, there's no shame in just taking a couple-week break and doing something else, because I feel like every time I've taken a break, I've come back stronger and I've lasted longer. But I think everybody's different. Some folks, if you're at risk of just not coming back if you quit, but I think it can be beneficial. And then I've really been going steady since October of last year. I did take a break from Prey when League started back in November, just because when all the worlds got lost, Prey became really, really cancerous to do. When there was only like 10 worlds, it was just impossible, so I gave that up for a little bit. So I was just doing Runecraft and flesh crawlers for a little bit. And I finished that off with the 10th anniversary comp. Maybe I can throw a graphic here on the screen. It was my first competition I'd ever entered. It was actually a lot of fun. Kind of annoying that it happened after the first of the year, so I was back at work, so I wasn't able to go as hard as I wanted to. But like the weekend before and the weekend as it ended, I was able to go pretty hard. I put up they did the 6-hour early start, and I put up like a 6.2 to start, which I was very happy about. I'd never done a 6-hour before. Kind of infamously fucked up my first 6-hour I tried, because I didn't understand how the temple high scores worked, and I kind of fucked a little bit. So I didn't get it tracked, so I ended up having to do a second 6-hour, and I believe I'm still like top 6 or 7 for runecrafting 6 hours. That was a really fun week. I did almost 500k runecrafting in 1 week, and my team ended up getting first place. Shout out to Freckled Kid or Freckled Dad and some other members of my team of the Soft Shell Sergeants, free to play champions, so appreciate getting picked in that. And it was just a lot of fun. I could definitely see myself doing more comps in the future. I know there's been a bunch of them that get hosted on like some of those pay to play clans. Definitely not good enough to probably join any of those unless I was just doing it for fun. But if we do more free to play comps, I definitely could see myself joining those, especially if it lines up with a less busy time for work, because I was able to go pretty hard in the evenings, and then AFK flesh crawlers at work pretty hard and put up some decent numbers. It was a lot of fun. But as soon as that competition ended is when I got back on the Prey grind for 2025, starting January 13th. 100k Prey, 100k Runecraft each week, and that's what I've been doing. Looks like my info got deleted for January 27th. I've just been going steady. So it's been like 12 weeks since the start of the year where I've just been really consistent. That's where I am right now, and I'm still doing it. My work schedule is gonna start picking up here really soon, and my playtime is going to decrease. We're actually hosting a concert at my work. I work for a minor league baseball team, so our facility has non-baseball events year-round, and we're doing this big concert. It's actually called Tacos and Tequila, and if you look it up online, you can find it. But we're expecting about 15,000 people for this concert, and I'm kind of running point for it. So it's kind of taken up a lot of my time. Like just last week, I had like 6 hours worth of calls with city officials going over permits and liquor license and tax stuff, and it's been really stressful. So my playtime at work has really decreased. And not to mention, since I'm basically done with combats, my main AFK is what I'm doing right now, which is just mining essence. So that's a little tougher to do at work when you can't have the client up just all the time. You know, if I'm mining essence at work, I'm really not getting that much, so it's really not even worth me doing. So a lot of the times at work, I'm just not playing at all, or what I'll do is I'll just be in the boneyard, because normally I'll do about 10k experience in the morning before I go to work, and then I'll just stay in the boneyard, and then during lunch, and then maybe in the afternoon when I have some free moments, I'll bust out like 15 minutes of doing a double hop at boneyard, just until I run out of run energy, or until I got an email that comes in that requires my attention. So I'll try to do 2 or 3 little sessions of doing boneyard. Usually during the work day, I'll get 5,000 to 7,000 experience. So with the 10 I do in the morning, that way when I get home from work, I only got 15 more minutes of boneyard, and I'm kind of quote unquote done for the day. Hit my 20k that I've done. And I've just been doing that Monday through Friday, and then I haven't been touching prey at all on the weekend. So it's been kind of a fun little thing I've been working on. Other main thing I actually want to touch on in this video was out in September of last year, when my work opened up, I was getting kind of bored on the weekend. I've been playing around with a bunch of other games. I was playing Slay the Spire a lot. I think I played it on stream a little bit. That game kind of sucked me in for about 2 months. Once I kind of got bored of that, I was just looking for something fun to do, and I was just like saw on Google the Ironman efficiency guide from this guy Osiris for pay-to-play Ironman, and it's this cool website. I'll have it linked below in the description, but I believe it's actually pretty outdated by this point, but it's just this cool program where it just kind of lays out everything you do from the start of an account all the way through Song of the Elves, and it just gives you like little click boxes to check off things as you're doing it. And I don't know, there was something really cathartic about that to me. So on a whim, I started a pay-to-play Ironman account. Just my original intent was just to play it for the weekend, just give me something to do. And I got head over heels addicted to it. So I'm actually gonna pull it open right now. Here we are. So ever since I started this account in like September, I've basically been playing it 1-to-1 with my Ironman, free-to-play Ironman. It's straight up been addicted. I haven't been addicted to this game since like I was a child. But it's been a lot of fun, kind of reliving that, and playing the game in a way that it's not efficiency focused. Because you go on Twitter and you see on the Discord and you see all these high-level people that is nothing but bitching and complaining about how easy the game is and blah blah blah, and how everything's been devalued. But playing the game without any of that stuff in mind and just enjoying the game for what it is has been really refreshing. Nice change of pace, and I've always really enjoyed Ironman mode. And while there are parts of pay-to-play Ironman that are really fucking annoying, like all the daily bullshit you have to do, you can just play inefficiently and just not engage with it like I do most of the time, and this has been a really fun account. So I was going to give just a quick update on what I've been working on there. I'm already about 2k total almost. Base 80s, but just about, except for fishing and cooking. Some things that have really been jumping out to me have been skilling. Hunter in particular, like holy cow, has been so much fun. Hunter Rumors, which I believe is a fairly new addition to the game in the last like 2 years or so. Is so much fun. I did 24 hours straight of Hunter Rumors when I first started because I was having so much fun. And I busted it all the way out to like 92 or whatever right when I started this account. And it gives you all kinds of fun items and stuff. Go through my bank a little bit too. Runecrafting's been fun. They have the new Runecrafting mini game. I've really been enjoying that. Been a nice change of pace after spending thousands of hours on my Iron Man doing crafting like you would as a child. So it's just been different seeing the XP rates. Herblor's been fun, just gathering all the supplies. Slayer's been a lot of fun. Not doing things too efficiently, but some of the skills that I've learned on my other account have transferred over, like the prey flicking. When you're using a 4-tick weapon to do both attack and defensive prey flicking has really helped a lot on this account with saving prayer potions. Farming, I've done a lot of it, but it's not a skill I enjoy. It kind of ties into that daily escape bullshit. And with crafting and doing your seaweed runs is not something I have a lot of fun doing. So I don't do a ton of herb and seaweed runs compared to what I should be doing if I was playing efficiently. Basically do maybe one a day if I'm feeling it. Sometimes I won't do any during the day. Bursting Slayer tasks, totally a lot of fun. I'm almost maxed unranged on there. Questing has been something that I'd never enjoyed before. I've done 164 out of the 170 quests. I just need to finish a few to get my quest cape. I've done most of the Grandmaster quests except for Dragon Slayer 2, but I did Song of the Elves, no problem. I still need to do Desert Treasure 2. That's going to be kind of a tough one. But this is my first time I've done quests with the use of Quest Helper, which, oh my gosh, what an absolute game changer. It makes the quests like so much easier and engaging to me, where it just becomes like a point and click. There's no like sitting around and Googling bullshit, and quests take 20 minutes. It is just a lot of fun. Now I can go through some of my collection stuff. I haven't done a ton of bossing, and I don't really have any specific goals on this account. I've done a little bit of clues. I got Ranger Boots. I've only done 73 clues, and I got Holy Sandals, which are both pretty sick. Only done a couple hard and elite clues on this account. Boss-wise, I did do Fire Cave for the first time ever. Did get a Fire Cave. That was really fun to learn. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be as well. I'm currently working on Corrupted Gauntlet. I actually got the Gauntlet pet. I'm only 67 KC. 2 armor seeds. Still waiting on that enhanced. Moon's Apparel. This is a relatively new thing, kind of like Barrows. That's been a lot of fun. Greenlock that. Royal Titans as well. The new free-to-play, or thought it was going to be a free-to-play boss, and it turned out not to be. This has actually been pretty fun. Everything but the pet. And then some other random stuff, like I got a Dragon Pick from Calvarion in like 81 KC, which is awesome, and the Ring of Gods already. Did one Zulrah for the diary. But just been having fun with this account. All my main focus has always been the Iron Man, and I always make sure I'm doing at least something efficient on the Iron Man, and so I do a lot of AFKing stuff on this account. But there's been days where I've really been focusing on this one, and I'm just mining essence on the other account as kind of my AFK option. And I don't know what the future holds for me once I max on Suck on this 4, but I could definitely see myself continuing to play this game in a more casual sense, getting ready for late game bossing. Definitely want to get that enhanced crystal so I can do the Bofa, start doing some real bossing here. But it's just been so much fun to learn everything, and it's totally different set of skills than in free-to-play Iron Man. It really does. There's a lot of challenging stuff on this game to learn, and dying a lot and not just getting stuff on the first try has been kind of eye-opening, and having to actually learn and progress. It's been a lot of fun, and I'd played a pay-to-play account back in like 2019, and I played a reg account, and it just didn't hold my attention past like the first couple hundred hours, so I kind of gave up on it. But this one has definitely held my attention, and I've had a lot of fun with it. And a lot of the new content they have with like the Barlamore has been a lot of fun. do a quick bank check, just a lot of random quest items. Another thing that's been hella annoying though about this is the bank space. I feel like I run out of bank space like every other day. Oh, I did get a Dragon Warhammer too, that was awesome. I got that on like my second Lizard Man Slayer task, which I think is pretty lucky. It's like a 1 in 3k drop. Rune tab, do a lot of bursting and random stuff. Here's my equipment tab with the Blood Moon armor. Got dragon boots with my 85 Slayer. Random bursting stuff. I got like half the Barrows equipment. I'm gonna go back and finish that relatively soon since I just got the medium combat achievements hilt, so I can go back to Barrows and not worry about the prey drain. And in some other random stuff. Here's my farming tab. When I do feel like farming, I'll just pull out some stuff and pull out Graceful, knock some of those runs out. This is like a skilling tab, 12 mil on the account, just random resources that I still have to process. That's been a lot of fun. The Giant's Foundry is pretty engaging. The construction mahogany homes, it's kind of boring, but you know, it's kind of a chill activity. Molten glass, some other fun stuff. Herb tab. Still got a lot of herblore training to do. I haven't tried out the new Mastering Mixology minigame yet, but I've heard it's pretty fun. Since I've made a lot of potions, I don't need to really save a ton of these anymore, so I'll probably do Mastering Mixology to get a lot of these processed. Trees. This is a loot tab right here. For a lot of the Slayer tasks you do when you're not on the normal spell book, you can't alch your items, so I just put them all here into the bank and let them build up, and then I'll alch them all while I'm doing agility. Built my cash stack back up. Hunter Rumor tab. This has been, like I said before, just so much fun. I have a ton of this like sunlight antelope meat, which is great for doing bossing. There's so many like micro efficiencies. I ended up watching Haybox Zhuang, one of the maxed main players. He made an efficient guide to Hunter Rumors. And there's a lot of cool tech, like when you're hunting the antelopes, you can do like 2 with 1 trap and do some cool stuff. So it's been a lot of fun to learn that. And then a lot of potions as well. So I don't know if I'm gonna ever make videos on this account because, to be honest with you, I'm not very good at this game, and this has just been more for fun. You know, it has been a lot of fun, and it's been nice change of pace. So I'm gonna switch on back to my other account here. Alright, back to the Ironman account here, still just mining some essence. You know, I really don't have a ton else to say. I've, you know, kind of covered most of that already, but, you know, we're just trucking through here, man, and keep playing a little bit every day, and at some point we're gonna slowly get there. I do have some plans still, though, on this account, and I don't foresee myself just cold turkeying after I max. I definitely can see myself continuing to play this, even if it becomes a lot more casually. You know, I've just put years of my life into this, and to just like, you know, completely flatline is not something I see right now. Maybe down the road, if I, you know, have kids and all that fun stuff, and my time gets split even further, maybe. But you know, what's nice about free-to-play Iron Man is there's a lot of really low intensity methods, a lot of mobile friendly methods. You know, I could definitely see myself stacking up some items on the account and just continuing to keep going. I could see myself, I don't know if I'll go for 200 mil range, but that's definitely a post-max thing, going and camping at Ogresses and getting a bunch of supplies to fuck around with. I definitely plan to go for some 6-hour records. I touched on a little bit when I did the free-to-play comp. Had a lot of fun playing efficiently, and there's definitely spurts of time where I feel like playing efficiently, and this is definitely an account that I'll do it on. But I could see myself trying to go for the 6-hour record with runecrafting, because I believe the 6-hour record right now is done with the body cores. And I was doing some quick calculations. I think I can beat it or come pretty close to it, just with banked essence on the PvP world teleporting. Of course, it's going to use law runes, so I gotta grind up some more stuff. And I think I only need about 30k essence in order to go for a 6-hour like that, or maybe it was like only like 20k. So with the amount of AFK I've been doing, I should easily be able to get all that. Another quick bank check too. Got my stack of 225 air tiaras. For the longest time, I thought I was going to be the only one crazy enough to go for this, but then Chaotical came in and kind of dethroned me on that one. He did all the way to 99 doing TRs. I think he has like 500k or more. Yeah, there's really nothing else. The free-to-play bank's pretty boring. But yeah, I could also see myself maybe going for a 6-hour in Prey. There's some kind of fun stuff with that too. It's just so tough with that hop limit. But once I finish runecrafting midsummer and Prey is my only skill left, I think I'll be able to kind of go hyperdrive on Prey a little bit to kick that into gear. And I definitely could see myself trying out Camdozel Prey, even though it's such a cancerous method, just to have some AFK options in between, and maybe even try Giant Frogs as kind of a downtime Prey method, because this is the only thing that's taken me forever to get done. Other topics I just wanted to cover a little bit. Ask the Discord what they thought. Just motivations for me to keep playing this account, and you know, it really just comes down to the weekly goals. I've been doing weekly goals on this account for over 2 years, and that is what keeps me going. To me, I kind of treat it like a job, where, you know, I can't go have fun and play the pay-to-play account until I've done my work for the week, and I've gotten through this account, and I've got my 100k prayer and runecrafting. And it's really not very tough goals. You know, when I was addicted to this account before, I would have been able to get that much done on this account without even trying. But my mindset has definitely shifted a little bit. It's more about just getting it done at this point and not burning out, because that's the worst thing you can do. Playing even a little bit is going to be way better than burning out and flatlining. So whatever you need to do mentally in order to keep that going, you know, that's all I can recommend to you. Another thing I wanted to touch on, the Jagex account bullshit that was forced on everybody, and I touched on it in my last video, so I don't need to rehash it too much. But me and many other people in the community, you know, signed up for this Jagex launcher without realizing what kind of problems it would cause for prayer in particular. If I still had both the hop limits, I'd probably be pretty damn close to being done with Prey by now, because there's nothing more demoralizing than once you get in that mindset of grinding Prey and just getting kicked off after like 45 minutes, and then having to constantly go back to the wilderness and do a 10-minute de-aggro, and it's just exhausting, man. And there's also inconsistencies with it too. That's not the only problem. Between computers that I use, there's differences. Right now I'm at my home PC, which is the nicest PC that I play on. Like, it's you know, it was a $400 gaming PC, and so I don't think it's a problem with the PC itself. It's something to do with like servers or some bullshit. But I can't do the keybind quick hop method for more than about 20 minutes on this before getting the failed hop error, and then I get kicked out of my account for 20 minutes and I can't do anything. So it's really frustrating, because then I'll do it at work and I can do the quick hop no problem. And by quick hop, I mean using the World Hopper plugin, you can configure world hopping to a key. Where is it? So I use the Q key, and when I hit Q, I'll just quick hop to another world. It'll do it. Yeah, like I'm quick hopping right now. So you'll use that when doing Prey to do quicker world hops. But for some reason on this computer, I can't do it for very long before it just locks me out. But on my work computer, which is like a 2010 Dell, it's like the shittiest computer ever. I can hardly even run 2 accounts on that computer at the same time without it lagging. But I can do it just fine, and I can do a full hop limit using the key binds without having any problem. So I don't know what that's about. Nobody really seems to know what's going on in the inner workings of Jagex that causes this to happen. But when I'm doing Prey at home here, which I do most of it here at home, I have to do the log out, where I fully log out at the end of each hop and use the 2 accounts. So it makes it frustrating, because, you know, I'm not getting the maximum experience that I could be. Yeah, I was pretty salty about that when I first started this grind, and it would demoralize me. And at this point, you know, I've kind of become numb to it, and I don't let it affect me. But man, it's just tough. So I know I'm not getting the experience I should be getting, and that's just fucked up. Other than that, I don't really have much else to talk about. I appreciate everybody sitting here and listening to me ramble about nothing for almost 30 minutes here. But I'm gonna keep playing. I owe it to myself to finish this account, and we're on the home stretch, man. I've been streaming a little bit more than I had before. All my streams I've moved over to YouTube. That's another thing I can talk about. A lot of the people still stream on Twitch, and I used to love Twitch back in the day when I was like a speedrunner. I used to stream all my stuff on Twitch, and I would do that all the time. But all those videos just get lost to time because there's no video saving unless you upload your streams, where YouTube will automatically save your VODs. So there's a pretty active streaming community in free to play, but then you click on like the Discords where everyone's streaming and you miss their stream by 2 hours, and then there's just no record of anybody streaming, so you can't see anything. I wish more people would stream to YouTube, so then there'd be like more content for people to watch. I think it would help free to play grow a little bit more. Not that it necessarily needs to grow, but I think it would be cool if more people streamed on YouTube. But other than that, I'll probably be streaming a little bit over the next couple weeks while my fiance is out of town on vacation. And yeah, man, just gonna keep grinding. So feel free to hit me up anytime here in game. It's always fun to hop on the headset, but just keep working, man, and pretty soon we'll be there. So thanks for sticking around, and talk to you later.